Vincent Van Gogh, people told him, you can't be a great painter, you only have one ear. You know what he said? I can't hear you.
Listening to Sippin' Sports, a Phillies sports talk morning show with Chris, KJ, and Dalt. Proudly powered by 302 Birds. Let's take it to the show.
Good morning, everybody. Welcome to another episode of Sippin' Sports. Just Dalton right now. KJ is going to be joining here in a second with our honorary Giants fan, Mikey D, for our last segment, so stay tuned for that. Tomorrow, we will actually be at MetLife Stadium tailgating. So if anybody else will be up there hanging out, terrorizing Giants fans as well, or any Eagles fans want to talk you shit, want to get interviewed, you guys know how it is. You guys know how it goes. Well, come find us. We will have wherever we're tailgating posted on our Instagram. If you want to come hang out, it should be a good game. The Giants, I think, are better than a lot of people are giving them credit for. And Giants fans are also a lot of fun. They're the only fans in the NFC East that I would say I also respect. I mean, I like some Cowboys fans, but Cowboys fans as a whole, I don't like. Giants fans as a whole, I respect. Like their fan base, they're pretty similar to Philly. A lot of Italian blood in the two. Ballpark Tommy knows about that. So we'll see. But getting right ahead into our first segment, talking about some heartbreaking things. Some things we don't want to talk about, some things we don't want to discuss. And that is the Philadelphia Phillies sticking with the status quo, or it seems. Maybe it's a smokescreen. I don't know. I did think about that last night. I was thinking about it and I said, maybe the Phillies just don't want to show their cards. Maybe they don't want everybody to know what they're thinking if they actually want to go after a player like Soto. Because it's hard to imagine a team that ended the way it did with the expectations that it had, rather ended the way they did 2 years in a row, right? The Diamondbacks broke our hearts the year before. And it's just been a step down on the podium each time. First, it was the World Series loss, and it was the NLCS loss. Then it was the NLDS loss. What's next for the Phillies? Is it going to be losing in the wild card next year? I sure as shit hope not. But the way that they're running this organization as a whole doesn't seem smart, doesn't seem to their benefit. So personally, I put a lot of blame on Dombrowski for that. It sounds like Dombrowski and the organization is putting a lot of blame on the players and execution. And they're really banking on the team being like the 2018 Red Sox, where they lost 2 years prior, and then they finally won the World Series. So if it doesn't work out like that, man, it's a mighty gamble. And joining us now is my man with the plan from the Red Room, the hotel himself, KJ McCoy. I mean, what's the definition of insanity, KJ?
Being a Philadelphia sports fan, that's what it is. That's the definition.
How you feeling about the Phillies sticking with the status quo, brother?
Man, you mean them running it back? Is that what you mean?
Yeah, not really saying that they're not really needing to do anything, feeling like they don't need to go after a big player, them just being comfortable where they're at, it seems.
That they don't care. They don't care that this fan base is pissed and this fan base is agitated and tired of the same crap every year. Just like we are as Sixers fans, we're tired of the same crap every year as well. And it just sucks because it just seems like this organization has the money, they have the talent, but they need to get rid of some bad apples, obviously. And I think you believe in these certain players, like I've said before, Alec Boehm, who doesn't do crap. I feel like You know what, though? In the regular season, though, he can obviously lead the league in RBIs. But the problem is when it comes to the playoffs, though, and I said this last time, the postseason, he cries like a little wuss and a baby on the freaking in the freaking dugout. So we can't be having that kind of stuff. Like, you're 28 years old, man up. So we need men, and that's the main thing. Like, we have a bunch of children playing, and I think it goes with the whole daycare crew. I mean, that's the main thing. But yeah, I don't think you need to run it. You need to make some changes, and it's definite. You got to make changes, and if you don't think you need to make changes, then something's wrong with you for sure.
I mean, and when you say run it back, KJ, it's almost like as a fan, it's like run back to what? Like a losing mentality, a losing attitude, a losing team, a losing expectation? No. Like, you need to bring different guys in. I know you said it last week on the show. My boy, Brandon Marsh updates. Love him to death. But Brandon Marsh is somebody that might need to go. Casty, saying like they shouldn't keep Casty and Brandon Marsh. I was talking about that with one of my friends at the Phillies game, saying you got to pick one or the other. And personally, I'd rather have Casty. I know that Casty chases balls a lot. That's everybody's beef with him. But at the same time, Casty also had that win for us, the one win that we had throughout the postseason. So I think Casty's earned a right to kind of stay, but they need a big bat. They need a big name. They've done things that I don't really blame Dombrowski all that much. I hear what he's saying. Like, execution kind of just didn't work out. The Austin Hayes signing, I thought, was a good signing at the time. Same with Estevez. Thought that it was a good signing at the time. They just didn't fizzle out the way that the Phillies wanted them to. And sometimes that's just business. That's just sports. You know that, KJ. Just you get the short end of the stick. That's just life. That's being a Philly sports fan, like you said earlier. Well said. But
And they could just be could just honestly be keeping things under wraps. Like they could have something up their sleeve. Like,
that's what I was saying earlier. I said
they really could.
they could be hiding something, but as far as right now goes, I'm calling him Diprowski because he just seems to have his head up his ass. He doesn't want to do anything. Like I did say earlier, like you're saying, it could be they're not showing their cards and they don't want anybody to know what they're doing.
Yeah, I mean, put the emphasis in Dombrowski. Dombrowski. That's what I think. So,
well, hey, let's kick it now to our next segment, which I'll let you go ahead and get into. But up there in the top left in the corner, you guys can see $117 million per year between Embiid and Paul George for them to be injured.
Yep. Yeah. So, I mean, yeah. Mikey D in the background just said Maxey did suffer an injury, unfortunately, recently. I think he did, as I heard. I think
that's not good.
No, I don't know if it's that serious. I don't think it is, but I mean, it's just we can't get a break. And obviously, Jared McCain as well. He got hurt as well. I mean, that was a scary situation. He had to go to the hospital, which was crazy in the preseason game against the Nets. But yeah, there's some concerns already. And I mean, we haven't even started the regular season. And yeah, it's already showing a little bit that there might be some problems. I mean, there might be already some scares, some injury scares, and some risk for sure. I mean, you're taking risk getting a guy like Paul George, who is in his 30s, and later he's in his mid 30s. He's had an injury past, so I think that's the main thing with if you add a guy like that, you take the risk. Obviously, you really do. You take the risk for sure. So we'll see.
Take the risk.
Yeah,
and it's nerve-wracking for us too, because I have that graphic up there just because I want to remind everybody 117, like these are their Sixers' two primary guys. And when you're a team that's going for a championship like that, you know what I mean? You should want and put the primary amount of your spending and your money into guys that should be everyday players, I feel like. And they're not right now. And it just feels like, once again, the Sixers, after this era, this is like their last stop on the Embiid train. If it doesn't work out here, I think it's over. And I don't think it's going to work out now because it's two old guys. Nothing against either of them. They're both great players. But I think just the Sixers recipe that they're trying to cook up, or whatever you want to say, for success, it's not going to work. I don't think it's a good game plan. I don't think it's ideal. And I don't think it's going to get them a parade on Broad Street. Maybe they surprise us. Maybe they do. But as far as right now goes, after signing Paul George to a 3-year, $192.9 million deal, and then signing Embiid to a 4-year, $212 million deal, you're kind of stuck. And you're going to kind of have to pay those guys if it doesn't work out. So, yeah, you're basically married if you're the Sixers. Should be interesting.
Yeah. We'll see what happens. The season should be starting up pretty soon. I think around Halloween it starts up. So
Next week.
yeah, next week actually. Yeah, Mike's right. Next week.
Yeah, next week. Stay tuned. So any NBA fans out there, any Sixers fans, I know Matt Bear is the biggest Sixers fan in the world. Stay tuned for that. Yeah, you see the smile on my face with the sarcasm. I'm only ball busting.
Yeah.
But no sarcasm when it comes to Matvei Michkov. What a start for this 19-year-old kid. When you look at him the other night against Edmonton, 2 first-period goals, both on power plays, like you alluded to on the show, KJ. They never score on power plays, so that was great to see. But it's just nice to see, like, body language. I talk about it in every sport. I talk about it too much, probably, some people will say. But when you look at the way that he's interacting with his teammates, he's having fun, he's making great plays, he's into it, and that's what you want to see as a sports fan, as a hockey fan. It's been so long since the Flyers have had a guy that could yuzz. CJ Rome knows what I'm talking about. A guy that gets you fired up like Michkov, because Michkov just brings that fire. He brings that energy. That's what the Flyers have needed. And everybody said it multiple times. Chris has said it. Zeppelin said it. Jackie said it. You've said it. I've said it. Tom Ballpark has said it. This kid right here is going to be generational, because the thing that still shocks me is a 19-year-old just went into the Edmonton arena and did that. One of probably the toughest, loudest hockey stadiums in, yeah, I see you, motherfucker, backstage. But how are you feeling about it? I mean, he just went into Edmonton and crushed it.
Yeah, he did. He did great. I don't know if I'm wrong or not. He did maybe get an injury or not. I was hearing that he did get an injury, but I mean, I hope he's okay. I think it was something with his head, or I don't really know. But like that's.
Let me look it up.
Yeah, you have to look it up. But I think something did happen though.
24 hours ago, he got hit by somebody.
Yep.
Yeah,
So
the Kraken. Yeah. Oh, he got hit right into the wall. Here, let me see if I can get this up for everybody. Feel free to keep talking. I'm going to try to pull it up. Okay.
Yeah. So he was hurt. So something you didn't know. He was hurt, and he suffered an injury against the Seattle Kraken, and hopefully he's okay. But I did hear something. It was something with his head. I mean, thank God the players have helmets now, and I mean they've had helmets for a while now.
Always.
Well, they have it. Remember back in the 70s they did it?
I thought they always did.
Bobby Clark didn't wear one.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Here's the hit, though.
Yeah, there it is. Yep, the hit. Oh. Yep, there it is. Yeah, that's a nasty one. Oh my.
Yeah, that's gonna leave a shiner. It's gonna leave a mark in the morning. But that's hockey. I mean,
that is hockey, right?
What this kid needs to kind of get christened with, unfortunately. That's hockey. It's baptism by fire. I know he's only 19 years old, but if he can take that kind of hit and get back up, we're in for a treat, Philadelphia. I think he's tough. He's freaking Russian, for God's sake. We're good.
Yeah, he'll be all right. He'll spit out some blood. He'll be all right.
What were you saying before that, though?
I was just saying that, yeah, a lot of these sports you see football now, they really try and they're very like the flags. Yeah, the flags are like, I know what to say. I got it. Yeah, the flag. It just seems like in general. I mean, a lot of the roughing the passer. I mean, that's some things that go. I mean, just penalties that happen in the NFL would have never happened. Like I would say, like back when we were growing up. I mean, a lot of the hits that you can't really deliver the hits that you were able to. Like when we saw Brian Dawkins go freaking ham on someone. Like, you can't do that nowadays, which sucks. But you could just see games like really trying to protect the players. The NHL's kind of done that with fighting, I believe. Like, they try and break up fights now. But besides that, though, they're still keeping the game.
Not really.
Oh, what? They don't break up?
Not really. They still let them fight.
No, well, sometimes though, I've seen them break it up, though.
They'll let them fight from
Sometimes
time to
it's-
time, but I've seen them break it up too. It's a mixture of the two. It depends on the fight. It depends on, it's not a black or white kind of thing. There's a lot of gray area with it. But back to the point, back to the focus, back to the topic. Michkov. I'm looking for a jersey, Mac, in a boys large or a boys extra large because I can fit into it. So if anybody has a youth extra large or large Michkov jersey, I will buy it from you right now. Maybe not for more than like $80. I'm not going to get screwed over, but I will buy because this kid's just exciting. He's put
Just
the
don't buy it from,
fandom back
place-
in Philadelphia hockey fans. He's made us excited. He's got me excited. He's got me on board. And just having a player of that caliber that you can see develop, it's exciting in any sport. You know, it gets you on board.
I would just say don't buy it from a place called Sports Fever. That place is fake as shit. So yeah, you know what? I'm exposing the crap out of them.
Where are you at right now? The Flyers Den with that orange on the wall?
Yeah, I guess I'm in the Flyers Den. Yeah, I'm in the Flyers Den, but I currently at a Motel 6 actually, which is actually, you know what? I know all the jokes about Motel 6, yada yada yada. This Motel 6 isn't half bad, so I will give it to them. Yeah, in Scranton area, so it's in the Scranton,
All
Pennsylvania.
right, well, we don't need you to give up your location. Don't worry,
Yeah,
don't worry, because we don't know if there's
okay.
any crazy people out there. I'm just kidding.
I know.
I'm only
Mike was
ball
like, make
busting.
sure to name it, and I'm like, no, I just,
Yeah, it's still my hometown.
okay, but yeah,
It's all good.
first
But hey,
time-
why don't you go ahead and bring Mike over? Why don't you bring him
Come
on
on
over
in.
because it's his time for the show. But
Come on
New
in.
York, we're gonna go down to tomorrow to New York to go see Mikey D, see Fourth and John, see the Gingerbreads might be there, KJ's favorite. So it should be an exciting trip. It should be a lot of fun. I can't wait for it. New York's my favorite away stadium to go to. I think it's once you get inside MetLife, it's really clean. And it's the Giants Stadium. The Jets are the little brother in there. Everybody fucking knows it. Everybody knows the Jets suck. They have no Super Bowls. As much as I hate the Giants, I'll give the Giants credit where credit's due on that. And I'll say this. I hate the Cowboys. I hate the Redskins. I hate the Giants. But if there's one team that I respect all of their fans in the NFC, even in the NFC East, it's the Giants because they're a lot like Philadelphians. When you look at New Jersey, the South part, a lot Eagles fans, the North part, a lot of Giants fans. So there's that camaraderie there, you know. But Mikey D, welcome to the show, brother.
There he is, in the flesh. All right, you can, yeah. Geez, your Giants terms, man. I'm
Just getting that all on him. Getting it all on him.
disinfecting myself later. God.
You two should do like a jersey swap tomorrow or something with your T-shirts at the tailgate, like shake hands, like a jersey swap, and take a picture or something.
That's not a bad idea, Dalton.
Yeah,
That's not a bad idea.
But Mikey D, how are you feeling about the game tomorrow? You nervous for the Eagles coming in, a team that we kind of own you in the past 21 games or 20 games? I think we're 16 victories. That's a lot.
In Philadelphia. But one thing I can tell you is that I at least know that my team sucks. Like, I at least know that the Giants are terrible. I still don't think Daniel Jones is the answer. Saquon Barkley being on the Eagles, it hurts. It still hurts. And I just hate these commentators. They just keep rubbing it in. I'm like, okay, I get it. Saquon Barkley's an Eagle. And I get he's doing things he couldn't do on the Giants because we don't have an O-line. We never had one. And the top of the line, our best offensive lineman is injured. Andrew Thomas. So where do we go from here? I don't know.
Hey, Mike, you hit the nail on the head because look at what I got on our cheat sheet for tomorrow. I'm going to print everybody out one, but right there, highlighted, Andrew Thomas out because that is humongous for the Eagles. And you know who that's humongous for too, KJ? Your boy, Bryce Huff. Bryce Huff going to have a big game, Mac?
not my boy, but I hope he has success. I don't think he's anybody's boy. I'll tell you that. Especially not Vic Fangio's boy. It sounds like he's just a little boy to him. But
Hey, he had a good game last week. Give credit to when credit's due. He was better. That's what I say.
I'll give him a half a star, all right?
All right. Well, maybe this week he
I'll
could
give
get
him
a full
half
one,
star.
all right? And maybe a
I'll give him half
lollipop.
star because he had half a sack. That's why.
Hey, it's better than no sacks, right?
Yeah, sure. But yeah, you know what? He gets to come back to MetLife. Obviously not seeing the green field of the Jets. I mean, it is a green field still, but you just got blue instead. So hopefully he, is like used to that crappy field you guys have in general. That field sucks, I gotta say.
Yeah.
That whole field sucks.
FIFA is actually demanding that they change it to grass for the World Cup in 26. We're hosting the final there.
Makes sense because the soccer players could be in real trouble for that. I mean, they would have probably broken ankles. A lot of guys on carts and everything. Would not be good. But yeah, I mean, we'll see what happens if Bryce Huff can really make an impact. I know he's kind of being like a rotational kind of player for the Eagles right now. They're kind of swapping him and Nolan Smith around, and they're kind of just rotating them around, kind of getting them both some snaps for sure, which is good. So yeah, it seems like Fangio doesn't really truly believe that Bryce Huff is a starter. Where other positions there is a definite starter, but for Bryce Huff's position, they rotate it around, which that kind of shows that Vic Fangio doesn't have really that much confidence in Bryce Huff.
Well, I will say this. The one thing that I did notice after the Cleveland game, and they were talking about it on WIP, for the first time this season, Brandon Graham was under Bryce Huff in the snap count. So it seems like they're slowly starting to pass the torch from Graham to Huff, which is good to see because Brandon Graham isn't, forever young. As much as you love the guy, you got to face reality too, right? It's a business.
Yeah. Yeah, and I mean, he's got a great mentor in Brandon Graham for sure, and hopefully he can maybe learn a little bit from Brandon Graham. I mean, I know he's only got like a year because Brandon Graham's most likely only going to be here for one more year. That's what he already said. He said this is his last finale. This is his last hoorah. So, yeah, you know what? I mean, learn as much as you can. I mean, try and really consume what you can. So, I mean, I hope he can learn a little bit because right now it just seems like the impact that we thought Bryce Huff was going to have. Well, I mean, we didn't really know because in general, though, we didn't really know the Jets roster that much like that. So we saw the price that they were paying him and we were like, okay, you know what? Maybe he'll be a decent player. Maybe Howie saw something that a lot of other teams just didn't see. And right now it's kind of proving that Howie kind of struck on this one. Like he kind of missed on this one. Maybe a little bit. Might be wrong. He can still change it. Bryce Huff can make a 360 flip. I hope he does. But right now I don't really see it. So we'll see what happens this weekend. I think the best opportunity he has is this weekend because he gets to go back to a place where he had success in New York. So we'll see what he can do.
I think it'll be a good thing too, like you said.
Defense. What? I have absolutely no defense. I mean, both Brian Burns and Kayvon Thibodeau are out. Like, what can I say about my team? I mean, every single one of my good players is injured, and we have a losing record on top of it. Like, where do we go from here? I mean, Singletary's out. Daniel Jones, I wish he was injured, but he's not. Kayvon Thibodeau's out. Brian Burns is out. Why not bring in Tommy DeVito? Why not?
Hey!
Boy, bring in Tommy Cutlets.
Is Azeez Olahari still playing your outside linebacker?
I think he is. I don't think he's injured. He's pretty
okay.
good.
He's a player to watch for the Eagles because, look, the Eagles still, I believe, they're late. Mulata is going to be out 4 games now. So coming in now for him is actually going to be, I think, is it going to be Darian Kinnard? Because he's injured too, I believe.
Jeez. Kinnard.
Yeah, Kinnard. I'm actually interested. It might be Fred Johnson if they want to move him.
Oh, for the Eagles. Talking about for the Eagles. Okay.
Yeah, who's going to play our left tackle spot? I got to look at the roster update on that.
They did say there's a possibility of maybe moving Becton to there and maybe moving Fred Johnson to that Becton's position.
Fred Johnson, yep, that's what exactly. So Fred Johnson is going to be playing it tomorrow, it looks like.
Yeah, that's what I've heard. So, and I know that I think he had success in the Saints game, but then I think it was either the Bucks game or it was the other game we lost. He was allowing. Yeah, I think it was the Bucks game. Was that the one where Lane Johnson was hurt?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. So I noticed that he was letting the pressure that I believe both times the pressure that came to Jalen Hurts was from Fred Johnson. So obviously a guy who doesn't have too much experience, a guy who was a practice squad player at best, is pretty much being elevated. To actually fill a void that we have. He filled a void when Lane Johnson was gone. Now he's got to fill another void, which we need really bad, is Jordan Mailata, a guy who was undrafted, didn't even play the sport 6 years ago, which is crazy to think that. He played rugby in Australia. So, to see this guy already making a great impact for the Eagles, he already has. He's already been like a Pro Bowler. So, to lose him right now, we need him. But it sucks because Fred Johnson has just been up and down. Mostly down, to be honest. So, that's what I think.
Hey, your team's just like mine. No offensive line.
No. We still do. We have Lane Johnson still.
But didn't you just say he was injured too?
No, he's not injured anymore.
Oh, he's back. Okay.
He's back.
So you're going to have two guys named Johnson on the offensive line.
I guess so.
Two Johnsons. How about that?
It's going to be really confusing.
Yep, it might be.
But let's take it to Chaos Chris for a second. So he actually sent me a video that he said we could put on the show. So let's see how he's feeling.
Yo, boys, the Giants are complete pussies. If the Eagles lose to them, Sirianni needs to be on the first fucking bus back to Italy. I don't fucking care that there's no bridges to Italy, but fucking send them in water. I don't fucking care. You lose this game against a shitty-ass Giants team, and you deserve to lose. Fuck you.
So, yeah, we see how Chris and a lot of Philadelphia feels about Nick Sirianni getting out their passion and their frustration there. But the pressure's definitely on. And real quick, before we get back to you guys, let's see how KJ interviewed an Eagles fan to a Giants fan last time we were at MetLife for the Massacre at the Meadowlands.
Look at this. What do you think about this game? What's going to happen today? What do you got?
The Vagina Jones, you know what I'm saying? What's up? I disrespect to the Giants for the game. That's my man, 50 grand. But we gonna beat that ass. Just letting you know right now. I'm gonna say this. No Saquon. With Saquon, he injured. He's gonna be in the backfield doing the whole Shakira, Vida Loca type jump. Yeah. Cause you know we coming after that ass.
Coming after that ass, Mikey D. You know that.
Ouch. Ouch. But wait, what the hell did he call us?
The Giants or the Vagina Jones.
Why do people do this to my team? We suck. We're not hurting anyone.
It's all friendly ball busting.
Yeah,
that's the thing about Eagles fans. Yeah. Like I said, I don't know if I speak for KJ, but I think I speak for most Eagles fans. And KJ, you can chime in on this too. I would say the Giants, if there was any team in the NFC East, we probably respect and like Giants fans the most. That's my opinion.
I think we can always relate. The one thing I always, when I see a Giants fan, I know sometimes they'll be like, oh, you're an Eagles fan. I'll be like, hey, there's one thing we can agree on. Dallas sucks. That's the one thing.
I hate the Cowboys.
Dallas sucks.
I hate the Cowboys.
Yeah, so we were at the Mickey D's in this area, and we saw a Dallas Cowboys fan, and I was like, geez, another guy with a disease. Oh, my God. Poor guy, man. He's got to live with his life. Just depression after depression, year after year. It's our year. It's our year. What the hell's going to be their year?
I do have to throw this out, though. Last night at one of the local high school football games we went to, we saw a lot of NFL shirts too. We saw Bears, we saw Vikings, they were from out of this area.
Right. Yeah, but we're not talking about that right now.
I know, but yeah, no, you said that because of Dallas.
I just said that because of Dallas. Yeah, we're not.
Yeah.
All right. But
anyways.
Yeah. But
it should be fun though. I'm looking forward to it. It's going to be a fun game. It's going to be a fun atmosphere. MetLife Stadium,
It's his
or
first
as Jets
NFL
fans call it,
first
Jet
NFL
Life
game.
Stadium. Yeah,
First
Mikey D's
NFL.
first game, so maybe we'll have to go get him like a button or something like that guy Tim had for his first Dodgers game. I wonder if you go to the office, sometimes they do give you stuff at your first game.
Yeah, that'd be cool, right? We'll go find team services. We'll ask Jizzle about it. We'll ask him, see where he knows where to get the. We'll get him a pin. Maybe they'll get him a little diaper because he'll be crapping his pants during the game. So they'll get him a Giants.
Your local Giants expert Jizzle.
Yeah, Dole, what do you think? Did they give him a Giants diaper? So then, because Mike will be shitting his pants all game.
Did you show Mike your toilet paper that you got last time? The towel?
I don't. Well,
in the vlog.
I gave that to Matt Bear. That's Matt's now. Matt doesn't know that I did that though with it.
Hey, go find it. Show him
now
the
he
video.
does.
Well, wait, I could actually think of another person because he just mentioned the Dodgers. I could think of another person you should give that to. Chatterall.
Oh, fuck Chatterall. We don't
I
gotta
don't
get
want
into
to
Chatterall.
Series, so.
I'm sick.
Hell,
Yeah, he was sick when we were there.
Bronchitis.
He told me
yeah.
the whole story. He told me the whole story.
We'll see. But anyway, I mean, that's pretty much all we got for you guys. We will be doing a
I have one
pre-game
more thing.
show tomorrow. 1 second. Yeah, I'll let him go after this. We'll be doing a pre-game show live from MetLife Stadium. So if you guys are there, come hang out. All of us will be on there. But go ahead, take us out of here, Mike. What do you want to show us?
Okay, but hey, my football team in New York might suck. But
all right, go.
Hey, my football team in New York might suck. But I can tell you one thing.
Oh,
wait. Jeez, this is taking me. My baseball team doesn't suck.
You should wear that to the game tomorrow. That should be like your uniform. Wear your Giants jersey under it so you can hide it.
Well, tonight he's gonna be wearing it because the Yankees have a chance to close it out and make a trip to the World Series.
Please
and
do.
we coming for 28, and I'm coming for Chatterall. My team's still in it. We still going. We still here, and I'm still standing. So let's get it done.
We'll see what happens because we can't say we're standing. The Phils are out of their wagon. It's gone. It's destroyed. So that's the thing. The Yankees are still alive, unfortunately. And the Mets are still alive. Yesterday, the Mets won. So the Mets lived to see another day out of nowhere.
Hey, but I do want a Subway World Series.
Yeah, we'll see what happens.
Subway World Series will be cool. Stay tuned for that. Stay tuned for tomorrow. Like I said, we will be live from MetLife Stadium around 9:15, 9:30-ish a.m. doing a brief, quick Eagles pregame show before we go out and do some interviews. Then Shard and somebody else, I think Matt Fredkin, will be bringing you guys the Eagles post-game show. And we also have the 302 Fantasy Football show around 10 a.m. So it's going to be a jam-packed day tomorrow. A lot of shows. Rome, I just made my bets. So I'll send you a screenshot of my touchdown. It's like 25 to win $900 off of 6 touchdowns tomorrow. So it's some insane odds. Stay tuned for that. But that's all we got for you guys. So stay tuned for MetLife tomorrow. Stay tuned for all those shows, like I said. And KJ, you want to go ahead and take us out of here this week?
Yeah. Fly, Eagles, fly. Let's go, Birds. Giants suck.
Nope.
They suck.